So I talked about the full thing of Laurence Fox on Bitsu. Well, he basically stood up for himself against these woke people who called him a racist you know for saying he wasn't privileged. And he never apologized for it, which was a good thing because he don't apologize to his people. But here's something that Piers Morgan, so yeah, we call out Laurence Fox as he refuses to apologize for the Sikh comments. Well, now I don't think that So basically, the whole thing here that among the escalation of World War One movie was trying to force diversity on its viewers was it choosing racist for Israeli Sikh soldiers despite thousands of fire actually giving their lives and helping us win the war as a result. Yeah, this is the one thing that Lawrence Fox is wrong about. Okay, India was a part of the British Empire during World War One. So was a lot of Africa. And you're telling me that those people did not fight on the British side in the World War One? Okay, you know, and also one thing that Sikhs are a minority already in India as well. I'm surprised there wasn't you know, there are not really many Sikhs compared to Hindus and Muslims in India. That's the whole thing though. That's the demographics there. Sikhs are like 20 to 30 million in India and Pakistan as a whole, giving their lives and helping us win the war as a result. You know, As a result, Lawrence was given a swift education about the amount of Sikh soldiers who actually died for us in battle. Pierce out of amazing he agrees with 9% reward to saying, but he drew the line where he, complained about the, Sikhs. Maybe called him out on the comments against Sikh soldiers playing equipped with their fight, but, how is this institution related to war to include a historical reality in the movie? You know, and actually the whole thing, well, and 1 6, you know, soldiers were Indian, World War One, and 1 in 5 was Sikh. Which the Indian population was at the time was like 1 in 5 Sikh anyway. So right now, yeah, it's less than 1 in 5, but back then it was 1 in 5. Susanna immediately called him out against the comments, and of course, and also he can't really be. He is not really. He actually needed to make a new word for people against religion. But I think there are a lot of soldiers from all over the former empire that weren't there fighting for World War One. He defended. I suppose there was less encouragers of me. I got on a truck and whole regiment of Sikh soldiers. He continued, but that man, he's a storyteller. He tells the story in his own way. So it is something that happened. Sikhs fought with the British forces, and it's a historical fact called institutional racism. And Looking off the line of questioning Lawrence about the fact he didn't think it was institutional racist, but refused to apologize and continued. It feels like with one Sikh soldier there, I was saying, oh, the Sikh soldiers served the English? I'm not a historian, I don't know. So, but look at the actual historical facts. It's not forced diversity. I disagree with him on that. But of course, it still doesn't give the SJWs right to, make thousands of comments on Twitter calling him racist for not, knowing a historical fact, and that's the problem here, okay? You know, saying, saying it's forced diversity, okay? But he didn't know, you don't know. Yeah, here's a map of the British Empire, okay? You know, here's a map of the British Empire, and the British Empire was actually a very diverse area. Here is the map of the British Empire, included, various countries, from Australia to India to Burma or Myanmar to Hong Kong to Malaysia to Papua New Guinea, and this is during World War One as well, to South Africa to Egypt to Nigeria to Canada as well. So and Iraq and Oman and those countries there. So a lot of people from other countries did fight in World War One because they were part of the British Empire. And well again the SAWs of course, and then he actually apologizes specifically to the Sikh community, not to the SAWs. Okay, he apologizes to the comments about the Sikhs, but he didn't stand by everything he says. Else he has said, like especially when a bunch of SAWs basically about those SAWs, okay? The woke SAWs, the people who, don't care about movies, who don't really care. He's not gonna apologize to the SAWs, so he is still standing up for himself. But he did apologize for the Sikh comments. But you know, don't he's gonna be apologizing to the SAWs because the SAWs will eat him alive. They do not care. They'll come. As soon as he step out of line, they expect you to apologize to him. But for these people, it's just never enough. It's just never enough. But he does apologize. The whole Sikh thing. You know, yes, he was apologizing to May that he was wrong, that the Sikh thing was sort of forced diversity, considering that in World War One, India was actually a part of the British Empire. So of course, it makes sense for people from India and all these other countries to appear on the front lines in World War One because they were part of the British Empire, and some actually had an obligation to serve and fight against the Germans and Austrians and Ottomans as well. So that's basically it. Goodbye.